If you would have told me 12 years ago that I would be in this position today, I would have never imagined it.
I was really excited to nominate Cathy for Fearless Female this year. She is an exemplary runner, but she's an even better person.
She believes in the friendships and the community, in the running community of supporting each other.
You know, you're your biggest critic, right? I don't have anything to prove to anyone, but for some reason I feel like I have something to prove to myself. I actually have my husband to thank for getting me into marathons. I think some days he probably regrets that, but...
Once she started it, it sort of was a fire that you could never put out.
When our oldest was about 6 months old, we were new parents, and on New Year's Day, my husband decided he was just going to sign up for a marathon and cross it off his bucket list. And so the next day, within 24 hours, I signed up too. The farthest I had ever run before that was 3 miles. 6 months later, we did the marathon, and I was hooked. I just love it. I love the training, probably more than the race. I didn't even know what the Boston Marathon was when this journey started, and I said to my husband, I said, "Did you know you have to qualify to run the Boston Marathon?" And then I looked up the qualifying times, and I thought, well, I could maybe do that. It took me 9 years, and I finally ran that Boston qualifying time, and then about a year later I was able to fulfill that goal and complete the Boston Marathon. So
You look at Cathy and you know that she's an excellent runner, but she also has a day job as a nurse, and she also is a mom to 3 children. And so it's hard to get out there. It's hard to find time for yourself and to find the energy for sure with raising kids.
we have 3 kiddos. We have a 13-year-old, 10-year-old, and Aaron is 6. He just started kindergarten, and he's busy in his own way.
One of Cathy's best traits is when we have a busy schedule like everybody does and things constantly are hitting us, you can see when something comes up. She's computing in her mind, like, how does this fit into my run schedule?
And it's choosing to make the time to do it. It's important to me. It makes me feel great. And so I want to make sure that I'm making that time for it.
I actually started attending the event that she started, which is 5 at 5. And what that is exactly what it sounds. It's a 5-mile run at 5 a.m.
She meets at 4 a.m. to get in 5 or 6 miles before the 5 at 5. Like, it's just, it's incredible.
The only time of day that I'm available to run is early in the morning, before my kids wake up. And so it took quite a few months to finally get someone to show up at 5 at 5. And then each week I feel like we had, maybe one more person and then one more person.
That's the best thing about all of this, is that it's like you empower and encourage each other, and you build a community, actually.
You get to know each other really well in the crack of dawn, taking in some miles together. And Cathy just had that extra jolt of energy that I think everyone needs getting up that early.
I don't think it's a secret that running itself is not always fun. Running is hard. A little over a year ago, I started marathon training again for the next cycle. Things were tough, things were hard. Easy runs were no longer easy. I was getting aches and pains in places that I had never done before, and eventually it got to the point where I woke up in the middle of the night and could no longer feel my arms and my hands.
For her, it's extra scary because, it was numb for, sometimes minutes, 15, 20 minutes or something, to where it was really painful, and then a lot of pain in her upper body. So it was hard to watch and hard to go through together.
Eventually landed on the rheumatoid arthritis diagnosis. Started some different medication, tried some lifestyle modifications, and happy to report I'm back to running. It's not quite the same as it was before, but I'm learning to just accept that this is where I am in life right now, and celebrating the positives and not worrying about the things I can't do, but celebrating the things that I can do.
She perseveres through it all. She's definitely fearless and definitely tougher than a son of a gun,
To see Cathy pushing through it in the beautiful and strong way that she does is extremely encouraging, extremely motivational, like just a good message to everyone that you can push through.
I guess I don't think of myself as inspiring so much as this is just me, and I'm just doing what I love, and I love the way it makes me feel, and so I just hope for others to maybe enjoy it. I never expected something like this just out of being me, and that actually might be what makes it more rewarding, is that being recognized for just being you.
I'm just so excited for you to receive this award. You are so deserving. Thank you for your friendship, and just thank you for being an inspiration to your children, your friends, to all of us. Thank you for building this community, and we appreciate you.